Hi there, Pisces. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. So today we're going to be looking at your love messages. It's a general reading, so the rules back at reverse, or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for the extended and also a personal reading with me. Oh, okay. So, as usual, we're going to be doing a you versus them format. We're going to be looking at your overall energy, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Okay, so in your overall energy, you have the Strength and also you have the Emperor. What's challenging you, you have the Page of Swords. You could be dealing here with a Leo or an Aries or an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But I can tell that in your overall energy at this present moment is very fired up. There's something here that you want to get to the bottom of it, but you're kind of like quite holding yourself back for just a little bit while. When we're talking about Emperor, we're talking about wanting to, go head first towards something, but I feel that there's something here that you're holding on. And a lot of that has a lot to do with, let me see. Maybe I haven't fully gotten the whole information yet. Maybe I haven't fully got the whole picture yet. Okay. Now, what's challenging you with the Page of Swords right here? There could be a bit of a stalking situation going on, but when the Page of Swords is in a challenging position, it also tells me that your challenges here has a lot to do with you trust. A lot to do with trust. And usually when the Page of Swords is also in a challenging position, it could tells me about something of a childish mind games. We're going to clarify in a moment, okay? Now, in the past, you have the Nine of Swords and the Sun. From this person's side, they have the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Cups. You were trying to hold yourself up a lot in the past by focusing on yourself. You feel that this person is emotionally distancing themselves away from you. They could have multiple options on the table here, or they could be not prioritizing you in the past. But you know what I love about this energy is that with the Sun right next to it, you're like, I'm going to keep a happy face. Life moves on, life goes on, and I want to focus on the things that makes me happy. But sometimes there's going to be trigger. There was some triggers in the past that made you feel this way here with the Nine of Swords. It's like you're putting on a happy face, although deep down inside, there is that bad stomach feeling. You have like a lot of anxiety and all that. Now, in the present moment, this person has the Empress and the Three of Wands. From your side, you have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I feel that at this present moment, you are deliberately not giving somebody what they want. Okay? When the Empress shows up, it's a very feminine type of energy where it takes first before it gives, right? And this person does want to nurture something with you. And they are really wanting to communicate with you and wants to make all of these relationships that you have with them look pretty. But I feel that in this present moment, because you have a lot of bottled up emotions, you are withholding something back from them. We're going to clarify in a moment, okay? This Seven of Swords could be withholding some sort of clarity. It could just be as simple as them saying, I love you, and you are purposefully not saying it back, something like that. There's something here that you're withholding because you're trying to communicate something to them. Now, in the future, they have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. From your side, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. It's beautiful because rather than you going with the energy of chasing, going after something, pursuing, you're much more in the energy of like, I'm going to wait. I'm pretty sure that I have invested a lot. I've done so many good things and it's going to come back to me. And that's when in the future, good things starts to happen to you here with the Ten of Cups. We're going to clarify in a moment because I do feel that in the future, there's going to be an offer that's coming through. Somebody who would like to build some sort of stability with you. And I do see this person wanting to do something that makes you happy. Okay. Let's start clarifying your reading here, Pisces. I want to clarify the Empress and the Seven of Swords. I'm feeling like using this deck instead. Okay. Let's clarify the Empress and the Seven of Swords. the Moon, the King of Cups, and the Temperance. Okay, so this person notices these changes of behavior. Remember when I said you're withholding something from this person? They're aware of that. They notice it. Okay, something is different here with Pisces. Let's say, for instance, usually they would welcome me by the door every time I come home. Suddenly Pisces doesn't. Usually Pisces would do this, and suddenly Pisces doesn't. They noticed it. Are they stressing out about it? I don't think so, because they are in a much more vibe of like, okay, it's okay. Maybe they just had a bad day. Maybe something is up with Pisces energy, with Pisces life. And, I'm just going to let it be. I'm not going to take it personally. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords from your side. Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so it's not just you withholding, but you're also quite dissociating here. Because I see you have a lot of unwavering devotions and loyalty to this person. But I feel that you feel the need to focus a lot more on yourself. And this nonchalant behavior that they're exuding, because again, you're withholding information because you have something that you want to say, and you want to have some sort of effect on them, right? Like them noticing it or not. And the fact that they're not really noticing it kind of like made you feel a bit confused as well here. Let's clarify the Three of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Three of Wands clarified by the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Let's see from your side. Four of Cups, Page of Wands, the Two of Wands. You want to connect to this person deeply. But it's like they're busy. I don't know, you've been trying to make this person happy, didn't you? Because you feel that, maybe this person have had like a rough past. They were not treated well, or maybe something is going on in their life, and I really want them. I really want to love them. I really want to introduce them to a new reality where things are okay. I really want to love them. Like you've prepared a lot. I feel that you have imagined the future together with them, what you would do for them, and etc. You have prepared all of these. Now, from their side, Three of Wands, clarified by the Emperor, Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. You want them to be less independent. You could be dealing with an avoidant here. And one of the difficult thing about dealing with an avoidant is they're right there beside you, but you feel alone still. And I feel that you still feel alone in this relationship. Because this Four of Pentacles, they're afraid. They're afraid to open up. This is the element, this is the nature in which they used to operate in, being independent, not having to include another person in their plans, being alone, daydreaming at night, really liking to have a lot of space, etc. They know that you have a good heart. They know. They know what you want. They're not oblivious to that. But there's just something here that blocks them, and it's themselves. Let's clarify the future. I want to clarify the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Let's see the Seven of Pentacles. Eventually, this thing that you're working, you're doing right now, remember when I said you're withholding something just so that you would want them to notice? Eventually it's going to work now, because I feel that you guys are going to, so right now it's a 7 of Swords, right? Right now it feels a bit gamey, like I'm purposefully doing something so that they notice that something is not right with me. To a point where you get fed up because they seem to be so oblivious to that. And to a point where you became 7 of Wands, where you're just literally isolating yourself from them, like not wanting to be bothered, emotionally distancing yourself away from this person, and start focusing a lot more on yourself. And start focusing a lot more on what you want, because I feel that you have been quite self-erasing yourself in this relationship in a way that you haven't been focusing on what you want. Now, finally, in the future, this person is going to notice it. Okay, let's see the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Okay, let's see the 10 of Cups. Pisces. I'm not saying that you're lowering your standard. But you're downgrading the bar. Because eventually this person is going to notice, right? And then they have this fear of abandonment, which is usually, and sometimes, oftentimes it's always present in an avoidant attachment style. So that Pisces doesn't abandon me, let me plan something for Pisces. But with the 6 of Wands right here, they kind of like to or want to be celebrated. Because here's the thing. This person really thinks that they have been a good partner for you. But for you, you feel that they haven't been a good partner for you because you want them to connect with you emotionally in a way that you want them to, which is something that I see them refusing to. Now, in the future, when that fear of abandonment starts to kick in from them, I do see them wanting to plan something with you to not lose you. Now, you here, the 10 of Cups, which is the happiest card of the deck, is being clarified by the Strength, the Hanged Man, and the High Priestess. It's like you are adopting a new, in Indonesia we call that like yaudah deh. Yaudah, this is what I'm getting. Like, fine, if this is the best that this person could offer, like I'm going to be happy with this. Let's pull some advice card for you. That's a lot of advice. I usually pull 3 cards, and now it's like, how many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 5 of Cups, King of Cups, the 2 of Wands. Wow. Here's the thing. You cannot be selfish in a relationship. That's very true. But you cannot also self-erase yourself in a relationship. And I feel that there is a part of you who have been erasing yourself in this relationship. And that's the beautiful thing about Pisces, right? Like, you guys have this tendency to be a martyr. Like, I can die if that means that something is happy. And I see this happen in this spread. And with the 7 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, rather than focusing on, trying to make everybody happy, how about you start standing up for yourself and start communicating the things that you want in this relationship? You have this need of saving somebody. You remember when I said you see them as the 4 cups, you see them as like, oh, maybe the past treated them differently. I'm gonna love you in a different way. Hate my person, etc. Like, rather than doing that, know when to stop overgiving. Know when to stop self-erasing. I don't know if I've ever tell this story in a Pisces reading or not, but every time this card shows up in an advice card, it always reminds me of this one live stream that I saw on television when there was a tsunami in one of the provinces in Indonesia, Aceh. And it was like one of the biggest tsunami that has ever happened, because not only it affected Indonesia, but also it affected Myanmar and also Thailand. But I remember when I was a teenager, I believe, during that live stream, I saw somebody looking at the lake, and it was a tsunami, right? And somebody was being carried by the current, by the tsunami. And he, a man, decided to go out there and help him, completely forgetting the fact that he has a wife at home, he has children at home who still needs him and all that. He jumped straight into the current of tsunami and never to be found. This card always reminds me of that. And with this card, you see how this person turns away from this, because this was exactly what I saw in the television when I was a teen. And this person turns away. Know when to stop. Know when to stop helping somebody before it endangers yourself. Okay? All right, so I think that is it for morning for you here, Pisces. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I'll see you guys on the extended. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.